Welcome. We're going to wait just a few minutes as more people will join. Hope y'all are all doing well. I'm Pam with Magic Studios here in Asheville, North Carolina. So I'm just going to chat a little bit about that. And I'm in my home studio, the original Magic Studios, where I have begun my marbling practice over 30 years ago. So it's good to be back home on one hand, and it's I miss my other studio on the other hand. But this is only temporary, and I'm glad to share my love of marbling with you. So I think I may go ahead and get started. It's right at 3 o'clock now. So thank you for joining me on Wednesday Marbling, live marbling with Pam. I appreciate everybody that tuned in last week for my first live marbling video, live stream rather. And so this week we are going to use some of the suggestions that were given to us by our watchers, one of which was close-ups. They wanted to see more close-ups of the marbling process as it was happening, and that's really what I want to happen. I want you to see it and just relax for just a little while and enjoy some beauty of the marbling process. So I will go ahead, and if you notice, I have a very clean tray. And also, if you don't see my face very much during this, it's because we want to focus on the products and the paint expanding. And I always love to see a clean tray. It's the most beautiful thing in the world. But then the second most beautiful thing is seeing the paints expand on the tray. So I'm going to take blue. I'm going to let that be my first color. And I pinch the pipette and draw it up. And I'm very carefully dropping the blue on the surface. And breathe. Just look at that blue. Kind of reminds me of a blue sky or colorful lily pads. So they expand and they take the shapes they want to. I love yellow and blue combination, so I'm going to put some yellow on. And if you notice, I'm putting it right in the blue, but you don't always have to land it in the color. Look at the yellow, pushing that blue out, making space for itself in the blue paint. Very nice. Then I want some pop of orange. Because orange will really brighten this up, because we are in spring, man. We need to have some spring pop of colors. And I think the orange will do that handily. And it is. So you give it a minute, and they're all expanded, and look who got pushed the most. The blue got pushed tighter, and then the yellow got pushed a little bit by the orange, but the orange is full circle. So I'm going to use my handy dandy 80s era hair pick that has a few teeth missing. And then this is where I'm just going to draw any direction I want to, because this is for fun and relaxation. I'm making papers today, and they are for fun. Papers are for fun. And then when you feel like you have, or when I feel like I have a design that I want, I'm going to just stop. So the next thing I need to do is grab some paper, because I want to capture the magic. And this is the best. You're getting to see a live marbling magical reveal. So I have my paper, and I hold it with options. And then I'm going to lay it down. Now, I never drop the paper on the surface. You want to gradually place the paper down. Right. you count roughly to 3. 1, 2, 3. And then I'm going to do the reveal. And I know if you follow me on Instagram and Facebook, you know I always do these magical marbling reveals. So this time it's my reveal. And wow. Look at the colors. See how the blue got pushed and is really concentrated, and I love how it has done some curved lines through when I was drawing with the multiple point comb. This is a nice bright indication of spring. So I wash and rinse the gel off of the paper. What is the gel, you ask? It's methyl cellulose. What is methyl cellulose? It can be found in many common food items, and it's used as a thickener. And so I use it as a thickener as well. And it comes from plants. Any plant that is not an endangered species can be used to make the methyl cell. So I'm going to quickly put this aside to let it dry. So next I had a question from somebody that watched, because they said, oh, what about all the paint that's left on the tray? Can you make a print from that? And that's a very good question, and the one I always like to address in my classes, and that is, yes, you can make a print from the paint that's left over. The way to do that is to take a comb, any comb, and pull that paint from the edge, just in toward the center, because when I placed the paper down, it took all the paint from the center. And that's another thing I like to have when we're doing my classes in scarves and fabric, is everybody's so amazed that all the paint is picked up when you put some fabric down. So right now I'm pulling as much of the paint as I can into the center. And I'll tell you the name of this print when I pull it out, because it does have a certain name. Oh, I can use my single point too if I really want to do some. And I'm just dragging the bottom of the metal tray if you hear that sound. So here I am. I'm ready to make my print. Again, I get my paper and I hold it at a diagonal. I'm going to lay it down. I can be a little bit flexible. I'm going to go more toward the top so that I capture more of the paint that was left at the top. And then I'm going to pull it off. And voila. This is called a ghost print. And I just love how the blue got pulled in. If you notice on this print, the blue is a lot lighter. And this is a ghost print, like I said, because everything's lighter. You have more white spaces in here. Maybe hence the name ghost print. I'm not sure. So I have a lot of yellow up in through here, and the yellow next to that blue is really beautiful. And then the orange down here at the bottom makes an interesting little curved line in. So those are always fun to do. I always like to see how the colors change and lighten from the first time when you put the paint on to the next time. Okay, so I'm going to put that aside so it can drain and dry. So how many of you are liking and following me on Facebook and Instagram? Raise your hand if you are. That's great. Have you told your families and friends to join? Because they get a chance to see this. And right now, what I'm doing is I'm skimming the leftover paint off the surface. Because marbling is a surface-to-surface contact, and I just threw that away without showing you how much paint came off on that first skim. Skimming is a marbler's best friend. So next I'm skimming. Let me pull it up and show you what I have. Not much. I have some blue. The second skim is lighter, and then by the third skim you should get a totally clean newspaper strip, and then that means that you are ready to go again. And yes, if you see paint on the bottom of the tray, it has sunk, and it's like the Titanic. It's not going to come back up. And there's the last third skim, and I'm ready to now put some more colors on. So that's a ghost print. So next, let me just do another print. On the Instagram page, I'm doing all gelgets for the marbling reveal. So I can show you at least one way that you can make a gelget. I'm going to put some white in this. And you put white on as either a second or a third color, just to break up the colors and make sure that you have some light spots. I see an air bubble. I'm going to pop it with my fingertip, and I did. Next is purple, or really it's a red violet, but I like purple no matter what. No matter what genre it is, reddish or bluish, I love purple. So right now I've got basically two warmish colors. I've got the orange, I've got the red violet, so I need one that's a little bit cooler to make it pop. Oh, I did put the white in there, but it's basically a neutral. So I'm going to put some pop of blue in. And if you notice, the colors just float independent of each other, and they are just happily doing their own thing, but they're pushing whoever's on the surface around to make room for them. So the gelget is from the Turkish for to and fro. So I'm going to start drawing away from me and then bring it back to me, away from me and back. So it's to and fro. Now, don't you just love Facebook? They bring up your memories. And 3 years ago, I was taking a class and I learned this pattern. And so I put it out and I shared it. I forget if it's on my personal page or my business page. But I was taking the class and did this wonderful double gelget. So I wanted to reproduce that here for you today. So you get to see that live. Now, I like it when I'm doing it with the single point old knitting needle, because you can get these points really close and the drawing lines really close together, because that just makes a finer print. Again, this is in that relaxation time where I am really just enjoying the colors I'm seeing and the design as it's happening. And this I have a good feeling about. It's going to be a beautiful, beautiful piece of paper. So, again, I get my paper. Sometimes I get so intense I forget to smile. So, here I am. I'm ready to lay it, because I really want to capture this magic here. It's way too magical to let it go to waste. Next, I need to grab, and for the reveal, here we go. Oh, I can see it through the back. Is that not dynamite? Orange really makes things pop. And then a little bit of the white showed up. Just look at those lines. They're just so beautiful. They're like a row of V's all laying down next to each other. Rinsing does nothing more than just get rid of some extra paint or extra size. And that way you uncover your magic. I really do miss teaching everybody in person, because I like to have questions, hear questions. I like to cut up and laugh with you. But I think we're doing okay. We're having a good time, except for the fact that I just poured water over the side of this onto my table. But anyway, I have several examples of different papers I've created today. And ghost. How many of you would like to see a ghost of this one? Yeah. I mean, the colors are so bright and vivid that it really would be a good ghost print to do. So I think I will. And here's a sneaky point too, is that you can add some more colors. In my class, you can add more colors on top of the tray. Some marblers don't recommend it, but I like to play and have fun. And if I'm kind of using the same colors, you can get a little bit of extra pop and extra surprise with this. So, and here we go. So now, is anybody interested in marbling at home? Well, head on over to my Facebook page. It's Magic Studios. Add a little magic to your life. And click on the Shop Now button. I have a marbling kit available for sale. I have shipped directly to your door. I also have a prize